So, I mean, you went to IPMZ
Yeah,
to study what?
graphic designing. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you got the
Exactly.
graphic designing stuff from that. Did you practice it before music? Did you practice a little bit? You did. You
Deep
did.
within me, I really wanted to do music. You know, I think it's a passion. That's something I do effortlessly. And I was a young kid with a lot of emotions. You know, because of stuff that I went through as a kid, and I wanted a way to express it. So it started by writing. You know, because let me say just a quick story. People who know Sarkodie know a song called Mile 7 Saga, which was a situation that happened in Mile 7. God bless whoever I was staying with. I think maybe she didn't know better, you know, so I wouldn't judge her. But that made me who I am today. So it was very critical at that point, staying there at Mile 7. And these are times that people can take their lives because of the stress, the problems. I didn't know where my mom was, didn't know where dad was. My mom didn't know, obviously didn't know where I was, you know, because my dad came to pick me. My dad knew where I was, but I didn't know where he was staying. So I could see him sometimes, but not regularly.
But how did you land in Mile 7?
Because dad took me to the woman, you know, to stay with her.
With someone, okay.
Yes, with someone. And it wasn't, as a child, I didn't understand it, you know, because I didn't know better. I thought it was life, but I could sense it's not normal, you know, because of the maltreatment. You know, as a child, I think if you were living with your mom, this wouldn't be, you know, the situation.
So the real love
exactly, that connection wasn't there. So just craving for that for a long time. But that actually made me very emotional. So I really wanted to express what I felt as a person. You know, I miss mom, so I would just write a letter, and then I don't know, because I can't. Those days were days that you don't have phones. You have to go to a pay phone. You have the chip, the card thing loaded. And I'm a kid. I couldn't do that. And this is a crying time. As a kid, that's like here and
long miles, miles away.
Exactly. So and I didn't know where my mom was. So that was a very dark time for me in life. I think we were like 7 people living in a room like this, and it was really bad. It was really bad, but I did survive that, and that made me who I am. It makes me observe a lot, you know. So as life is going, I know how to chill back and just look at everything that's happening, because I was that quiet child who's always in some corner looking at stuff, don't have friends, you know. So that whole time just built the persona Sarkodie. So as much as it was bad at that point, I didn't know that it was a preparation for, you know, who I am today, to say things that my fellow colleagues might not be able to even say because of what I went through at that time. You know, so Mile 7 went through that for a very long time, from primary to JSS 2. As I was about to finish was when mom found me. So I was in school one day and I just saw my mom coming to Achimota Preparatory, sitting in class. I saw my mom outside. I didn't even care if the teacher would beat me or anything. I just literally woke up, went to hug mom. I'm like, it's been forever. And, you know, she saw me, and I think as she saw me, the look, you know,
on your face,
yes, the way I was skinny,
things were not well.
You look sick, you know. So, and as a mother, you know how they'll react. You know, they want to take their child away. You know, so in the beginning, it wasn't easy. She had already had 4 to take care of. Coming to add me is not easy. So what she did was take me to where I was living, try to like send her quota to the woman, you know, to take care of me, just to keep me there, and at the right time she'll come and pick me up. So she used to come when we vacate, or sometimes I'll be in school, she'll come and give me money. I go back, I give it to the same woman, you know. And the last time that she saw me, that she took me back to Tema, it was about 2 terms I'll complete school. So you can imagine how serious it was for her to not say, complete and let me come and pick you. No, we're going today.
And that was an abrupt cut of your education. Exactly. And she was ready to take that risk.
Yes. And she said, I'll complete from Tema. I'll have to come, I'll drive. A woman used to drop me off at, there was a place called CP Junction. Yeah. That now they have done the overpass, but then you walk.
You walk through that.
To school. So I had to finish the last term from Tema. You know, come back and forth, because when she saw me for the last time, it's like, if I leave today, I might not see you again. The way you look, you know. So I didn't have the heart to tell her what the issues were, because I was young, and I thought you're being naughty, or being a bad boy if you complain about who you're living with. Now I'm old, so I would understand that this is wrong. I would go like, no, this woman is doing this. But as a kid, I had no idea.
You had to swallow everything.
Exactly. So when mom comes, I have to pretend like everything is okay. Actually, one funny situation was this writing thing. You know, I was writing to mom. It's like a letter saying, I miss you, I want to be with you, I don't want to stay here. And I fell asleep writing the letter. So the woman comes in.
He saw it.
Picks the letter. God got mad. Called my mom. My mom came over, and this woman is complaining as if I am being a bad person, and I didn't understand. So I was saying sorry, crying, saying sorry. I will not do this again. Now, Mom, I'm sorry. And my mom came. My mom was so pissed as well. So the two combined, I had to kneel down, beg this woman, and right after Mom left, you can imagine the war that I have to face. You know, so it was recently when I grew up was when I told her what was happening. And she's like, "Why didn't you tell me all along? You know, when I was coming?" I'm like, I was scared because if I should say it. And maybe you don't take it like that, you tell her, you can imagine the problem. And there's a lot of kids, I believe, going through
the same situation. What's your advice to them? I mean, they are watching you, some of them are listening to you right now. If anybody is going through the same,
yes,
what would be your advice for them?
It would be hard for you to listen to me because if you're in the situation, even if you look around your circumstances, you don't find any way out. That is how it seems like. And that's how people end their lives. If they don't, they tend to, the bad life on the streets, you want to and I get it. I know why kids would want to do that because of the situations at home. Because I used to panic when I hear the closing bell, from school. I wish school would just go throughout to the next day because now they say the closing bell and I need to go and face this.
You wish school never ends.
Exactly. So anybody who is in that situation, I bet you, it will pay off with time, but you have to be calm with it. It's a situation you're going through. It's a phase. It can take long, but it's not going to be like that forever. And actually, those who go through that situations always end up, doing well. So let me be a bit funny. It's a good thing to go through it. It will really build you up to be a good person.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, touching. So, King Sak, let me ask you this. Is this the reason why you have found so much fun of your mom and every time you speak, you speak so passionately about your mom?
Yes.
You speak less about your dad. Why is it so?
I think it's just natural, but in all, I don't think my dad is, that perception shouldn't be there. I'm not talking about him because he's like a bad person and all that.
Yeah.
But I think looking at my dad makes me learn more, and I think it's for all young men, we growing up. I think for men, showing emotions is very hard for us, so sometimes kids misinterpret it, so we don't get it. Maybe mom would show a lot more physically, mom would like to hug you, tell you stories, our dads can love you even way more than your mom does, but how they express it is a bit different. So I think my dad, I respect him now as a young man, having a child, getting married. I understand his position.
Yeah.
But I think to all of us, moving forward, we have to be a bit vulnerable to our kids with time. Like, let's show them the ins and out. Let's be way closer to them. I think the difference is just my mom. I'm way closer to my mom, and she would make the effort to make me see how far she would go. My dad would do the same, but maybe I might not see it.
Yeah.
But now I realize things that he has done. But it's just natural. I just know my mom way more because I stayed with her. The usual. I think for almost every person in the world.
Yeah.
The whole mom son, mom daughter thing. But there's nothing against that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe in prophecies? In the
I don't
Bible, there are prophets, there are preachers, and there are healers. Others are also teachers. But do you believe in?
I've really not done my education on that. So that would be. I would just, if I say anything, I'm just saying it because we are having a conversation. But on the real, I have to in-depth myself with the knowledge to be able to answer. That. But I think since it's existing, the word is there. It should be there.
It should be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are men of God who are gifted to prophesy the mind of God. God communicates to them, and they intend, speak it out to whoever the message is intended to.
Yeah.
And every year we have these prophecies coming all on you guys. When I say you guys, the celebrities, the wealthy in society, the politicians, and it keeps hitting you every now and then. I know most of you, don't take these things too lightly. Most of you have expressed and given your feedback to these prophecies that come to you. For you, Eagle Prophet prophesied about you. Have you heard it?
Yes, I saw a video. I saw a clip. Someone sent it to me.
And he says, you're going to be a legend. How do you take that?
God bless him. I'm all of I'm all about positivity. So anything that's positive, whether it's true or not, I would have to embrace it and take it. Because that's something that I would want for myself. So if it's positive, I will take it in and I'll run with it. Because I think not just the prophets. My mom has said things that has come to pass. My mom could say something and it will happen because I believed in it and I worked on it. So it did happen. So I think you panic when you don't know your stand with God. Because if they say, my whole life there's a lot of prophecies that's come on my way. Like people actually giving me 7 days and all that.
Hey,
so yeah, I met
to die.
Somebody, and then I think he went to my mom straight to say that to my mom. My mom panicked, and that is when I believe the devil works, because I think it's 2 F's. God goes with faith, devil goes with fear. So you have to choose where you stand as a person. So I met him outside, and I was disappointed, not because of the prophecy. You don't go to my mom to say these things to my mom. But for me, over the years, I've been able to beat certain situations that makes me feel like you can be in charge only if you align yourself well with God, so you can talk to Him directly.
Right.
And anything I pray with Mom as well. So over the years, I'm not gonna say it's there or it's not, but what I've experienced personally with God is anything that I ask Him for, He does it. If there's a situation that He has to solve, He does it. He's never failed till now. So it's gonna be hard for me to panic with these things, but I know. Yes, it might be possible that you've seen something.
Great, awesome. So for you, you pray about it. When it comes to you find time to pray.
I think I pray almost every time, and my prayer has always been trying to God to eliminate, not totally. You can't take negativity out of your life totally. It will come, but then you need the wisdom and the understanding to go through these times. Because I think mainly it's the state of mind. And if you feel you're not too connected to God and you hear these things, and you definitely panic. Exactly. I'm not talking to my father. I'm not talking to my mom. So now if somebody's coming to the house to come and beat me, there's nobody.
You'll be scared.
Exactly. But me, if you have your connections right, you talk to God 24/7. You feel like you have a connection with Him directly. If it's positive, you act on that, it's going to happen. If it's negative and you also want to feed into that, that is possible that it can happen too.
And talk of prayer, before you mount any stage, do you pray?
Yes.
There are videos, I hear there are videos of you circulating that when you're going on stage, you're actually holding hands with your team and you are praying.
Yeah. Even if we forget to do that, I think individually in our heads we do it. But normally what we do is we gather in one of the rooms, either mine or the DJs or whoever. We just hold hands, and because we believe that we don't have control over what is happening. I know within me that I have nothing. Let me say I have 10% to do with what's happening. The 90 has nothing to do with me. So it's scary and fun. The fun bit is your manager is God. Can you imagine how fun that is?
Yeah.
Exactly. He is controlling the wheel, and you can imagine the things He will bring in your way. No human being can work as hard as He works. He will open doors that you can never believe, and He's been doing this over the years. The scary part is you never know when something big is about to happen. So you, as a Christian, you panic. Hey, am I going to get the next song? Are you going to have the biggest song? Will you ever win this award? What if you die out? Like all these things. But when you have something that you believe this is how you're doing it, you are sure. You have the best manager. You think you are sure. But then again, God forbid, but your manager can die. Okay? Any human being that you're dealing with can die. We are doing our best here, but there's something way bigger than us working for us. So each and every time that we go on tour, shows, anything, we have to sanctify ourselves, have the best of shows. And I always pray that definitely when I step on that stage, people are going to scream. But God, can you use this platform to be another milestone that people want to demand for you more? Exactly.
More. So they can do the same God has done for you to them.
Exactly.
You are lucky. I mean, your manager is God, and you seem to have a heavenly manager.
Executive producer.
Yes, it's God. And your earthly manager is also an angel who protects you.
Yes.
You are lucky. You are very lucky, man. You've got angels and you have Jesus. Okay, so which church do you fellowship with?
Assemblies of God.
In Tema?
Yes.
Community
8.
So how did you feel when one of your pastors was stabbed early Sunday morning? How was it feeling?
I've not really followed it, but I think it's always a bad feeling for someone losing their life. So rest in peace to him, and God bless the congregation.
Do you take time to study the Word of God?
I won't lie about that. No. But verses that when I relate to it, you know.
You can remember anyone has just crossed your ears that you feel this is a usual phrase.
There's one memory verse. I have to be sure. I think it's Matthew 21:22. I think, believe and you shall receive anything you ask for in prayer. That has been my line. And I was a kid when I heard that. I had to rehearse it. It seems like God just gave me that thing to survive in life, because you know these things they do at Sunday school.
Yeah.
The kids who come and you memorize one verse.
Recite all those
yes,
ones.
Exactly. And then that was the verse I chose, and that has been.
It's been leading you
throughout.
Strong.
Just say, believe, and it happens.
Okay. So we are in the studio with Sarkodie, and we are discussing gospel. I mean, this throwing spotlight on his Christian side. Of course, he worshipped with Anglican Church in Community 4, and you heard it live here. Those of you who were saying, does he go to church at all? Does he pray? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he worships. What is your experience when you enter church? How do people look at you when you get to church after all this fame and all this, calling out your name like a God, you are being worshipped now, and you enter church? Yeah. How's the feeling?
I think, how should I put this? I love my church because we are very small. Community 4 is actually very huge. I'm a community 8. That is, it's not like that much of numbers. So it's okay to deal with. But it's always, I think it's a blessing as well for people not snapping out of the fact that you're blessed and you're being Sarkodie. So they adore you when you come. It's still like that. But deep within, I always feel I would just be Michael when I enter the church, But always you will be taking pictures, after when you're done. But that is the blessing that comes with,
You don't face rejection in church? People don't...
No.
Hypocritically...
Maybe it's a church I'm going
to. Or two years in your
No.
You don't have that experience?
No, my pastor is the best. And he... like, that treatment is not there. Okay. They care more about you being saved and knowing what is supporting you going. And then the way forward with time. Gradually, are you going to use this impact to,
draw people to God or push people away?
Exactly. So it's a gradual process.
Have you thought of that? Has that crossed your mind? That your talent is likely to push people away or draw them to God?
Yes, that is. Every artist will be a bit sensitive with this question because they go and we have theories that will always guard what we are doing.
Yes.
But as a real person, sometimes we will say stuff that we feel, even you don't believe in this, but you're saying it because the masses, that is what they want to hear. And most of them feel very uncomfortable when you say certain things that makes them think too much.
Okay.
So they want to let loose. So life is like on a high now. They're trying to get high. Yeah. So anytime you want to snap them back to reality, they find it very difficult to face it. So that is our challenge sometimes. So I would want to really push a message. But then the masses out there, it gets them to panic a little bit. To think too much, which they don't want to, which they have to. So the people sometimes control what we say, but I think gradually we will get the confidence to go no, they're married. I understand his position.
Yeah.
But I think to all of us, moving forward, we have to be a bit vulnerable to our kids with time. Let's show them the ins and outs. Let's be way closer to them. I think the difference is just my mom. I'm way closer to my mom, and she would make the effort to make me see how far she would go. My dad would do the same, but maybe I might not see it.
Yeah.
But now I realize things that he has done. But it's just natural. I just know my mom way more because I stayed with her. The usual, I think, for almost every person in the world. The whole mom, son, mom, daughter thing. But there's nothing against that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe in prophecies?
In
the Bible, there are prophets, there are preachers, and there are healers. Others are also teachers. But do you believe in...
I've really not done my education on that. So that would be... if I say anything, I'm just saying it because we are having a conversation. But on the real, I have to in-depth myself with the knowledge to be able to answer, that. But I think since it's existing, the word is there. It should be there.
It should be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are men of God who are gifted to prophesy the mind of God. God communicates to them, and they intend, speak it out to whoever the message is intended to.
Yeah.
And every year we have these prophecies coming all on you guys. When I say you guys, the celebrities, the wealthy in society, the politicians, and it keeps hitting you every now and then. I know most of you, don't take these things too lightly. Most of you have expressed and given your feedback to these prophecies that come to you. For you, Eagle Prophet prophesied about you. Have you heard it?
Yes, I saw a video. I saw a clip. Someone sent it to me.
And he says, you're going to be a legend. How do you take that?
God bless him. I'm all about positivity. So anything that's positive, whether it's true or not, I would have to embrace it and take it. Because that's something that I would want for myself. So if it's positive, I will take it in and I'll run with it. Because I think not just the prophets. My mom has said things that has come to pass. My mom could say something and it will happen because I believed in it and I worked on it. So it did happen. So I think you panic when you don't know your stand with God. Because if they say, my whole life there's a lot of prophecies that's come on my way. Like people actually giving me 7 days and all that.
Hey,
so I met
to
somebody,
die.
Somebody, and then I think he went to my mom straight to say that to my mom. My mom panicked, and that is when I believe the devil works, because I think it's 2 F's. God goes with faith, devil goes with fear. So you have to choose where you stand as a person. So I met him outside, and I was disappointed, not because of the prophecy. You don't go to my mom to say these things to my mom. But for me, over the years, I've been able to beat certain situations that makes me feel like you can be in charge only if you align yourself well with God, so you can talk to him directly.
Right.
And anything I pray with mom as well. So over the years, I'm not going to say it's there or it's not, but what I've experienced personally with God is anything that I ask him for, he does it. If there's a situation that he has to solve, he does it. He's never failed till now. So it's going to be hard for me to panic with these things, but I know it might be possible that you've seen something.
Great. Awesome. So for you, you pray about it. When it comes to you find time to pray.
I think I pray almost every time, and my prayer has always been trying to God to eliminate, not totally. You can't take negativity out of your life totally. It will come, but then you need the wisdom and the understanding to go through these times. Because I think mainly it's the state of mind. And if you feel you're not too connected to God and you hear these things, and you definitely panic. Exactly. I'm not talking to my father. I'm not talking to my mom. So now if somebody's coming to the house to come and beat me, there's nobody.
You'll be scared.
Exactly. But me, if you have your connections right, you talk to God 24/7. You feel like you have a connection with him directly. If it's positive, you act on that, it's going to happen. If it's negative and you also want to feed into that, that is possible that it can happen too.
And talk of prayer. Before you mount any stage, do you pray?
Yes.
There are videos. I hear there are videos of you circulating that when you're going on stage, you're actually holding hands with your team and you are praying.
Yeah. Even if we forget to do that, I think individually in our heads we do it. But normally what we do is we gather in one of the rooms, either mine or the DJs or whoever. We just hold hands, and because we believe that we don't have control over what is happening. I know within me that I have nothing. Let me say I have 10% to do with what's happening. The 90 has nothing to do with me. So it's scary and fun. The fun bit is your manager is God. Can you imagine how fun that is?
Yeah.
Exactly. He is controlling the wheel, and you can imagine the things he will bring in your way. No human being can work as hard as he works. He will open doors that you can never believe, and he's been doing this over the years. The scary part is you never know when something big is about to happen. So you, as a Christian, you panic. Hey, am I going to get the next song? Are you going to have the biggest song? Will you ever win this award? What if you die out? Like all these things. But when you have something that you believe this is how you're doing it, you are sure. You have the best manager. You think you are sure. But then again, God forbid, but your manager can die. Okay? Any human being that you're dealing with can die. We are doing our best here, but there's something way bigger than us working for us. So each and every time that we go on tour, shows, anything, we have to sanctify ourselves, have the best of shows. And I always pray that definitely when I step on that stage, people are going to scream. But God, can you use this platform to be another milestone that people want to demand for you more? Exactly.
More. So they can do the same God has done for you to them.
Exactly.
You are lucky. I mean, your manager is God. And you seem to have a heavenly manager.
Executive producer.
Yes, it's God. And your earthly manager is also an angel who protects you.
Yes.
You are lucky. You are very lucky, man. You've got angels and you have Jesus. Okay, so Which church do you fellowship with?
Assemblies of God.
In Tema?
Yes.
Community
8.
8. So how did you feel when one of your pastors will start
Yeah,
early Sunday morning? How was it feel?
I've not really followed it, but I think it's always a bad feeling for someone losing their life. So rest in peace to him, and God bless the congregation.
Do you take time to study the Word of God?
I won't lie about that. No. But the verses that when I relate to it,
You can remember anyone has just crossed your ears that you feel this is the usual phrase.
There's one memory verse I have to be sure. I think it's Matthew 21:22. I think believe and you shall receive anything you ask for in prayer. That has been my line. And I was a kid when I heard that. I had to rehearse it. It seems like God just gave me that thing to survive in life because these things they do at Sunday school.
Yeah.
The kids who come and you memorize one verse.
Recite all those
yes,
ones.
Exactly. And then that was the verse I chose. And that has been...
It's been leading you
throughout.
Strong.
Just say, believe, and it happens.
Okay. So we are in the studio with Sarkodie and we are discussing gospel. I mean, this throwing spotlight on his Christian side. Of course, he worshipped with Anglican Church in Community 4, and you heard it live here. Those of you who were saying, does he go to church at all? Does he pray? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he worships. What is your experience when you enter church? How do people look at you when you get to church after all this fame and all this, calling out your name like a God, you are being worshipped now, and you enter church? Yeah. How's the feeling?
I think... how should I put this? I love my church because we are very small. Community 4 is actually very huge. I'm a community 8. That is, it's not like that much of numbers. So it's okay to deal with. But it's always, I think it's a blessing as well for people not snapping out of the fact that you're blessed and you're being Sarkodie. So they adore you when you come. It's still like that. But deep within, I always feel I would just be Michael when I enter the church. But always you will be taking pictures, after when you're done. But that is the blessing that comes with,
You don't face rejection in church? People don't...
No.
Hypocritically...
Maybe it's a church I'm going to. No.
You don't have that experience?
No, my pastor is the best. And he... that treatment is not there. They care more about you being saved and knowing what is supporting you going. And then the way forward with time. Gradually, are you going to use this impact to,
draw people to God or push people away?
Exactly. So it's a gradual process.
Have you thought of that? Has that crossed your mind? That your talent is likely to push people away or draw them to God?
Yes, that is. Every artist will be a bit sensitive with this question because they go and we have theories that will always guard what we are doing.
Yes.
But as a real person, sometimes we will say stuff that we feel, even you don't believe in this, but you're saying it because the masses, that is what they want to hear. And most of them feel very uncomfortable when you say certain things that makes them think too much.
Okay.
So they want to let loose. So life is like on a high now. They're trying to get high. Yeah. So anytime you want to snap them back to reality, they find it very difficult to face it. So that is our challenge sometimes. So I would want to really push a message. But then the masses out there, it gets them to panic a little bit. To think too much, which they don't want to, which they have to. So the people sometimes control what we say, but I think gradually we will get the confidence to go no, I need to tell you what you need to listen to.
Okay, so is there a time that you've done a song that you stood back and said, no, this one is not me. I really, this is not me.
Yeah.
Have you had any regrets like that?
The thing is, music is art actually. So there's a lot of things I can say that it doesn't have to be me, but I'm creating art for the listener who's listening to it. But there's an extreme that you go that is not necessary, that you could have done without. But it's so bad that the masses are into it. Okay. So then it forces you can be in the booth. I'll have a rhyme. And then the next rhyme that comes, I know this is very bad, but it sounds so good.
Yeah. So you just need to hit it.
You battle it between and if you try to change it to add anything,
it won't fit.
It doesn't fit.
It don't go fit.
Yeah, exactly.
If we just talk out.
We are battling with that, but I think it's just about timing. And the fact that I know is good. If you don't know, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
When you know, you're trying to work towards it. And actually looking at it from what I started to now, I can tell the difference. That I even now sometimes you get shy saying certain things, so gradually I think I'm moving towards a path that I would want to be.
Okay.
But let me just clear this one though. When people say you are off the world, like the music is secular music, worldly music. Yes, profanity.
Yeah.
That I believe, because you're pushing people to do something that you know is not good. Love is different. Okay, so when people are singing songs that can make marriages stay, it is very necessary. So you don't push these people away. But the agenda is don't take it too far. Because Oframponsa has songs that when I listen to, I would want to just get married and just always be with wifey, travel, go here, spend time with her. These things help. But then, yeah, exactly. But then when you tag all of them and put them in a box like you're doing this, you're doing that, then you get us a bit confused. So love songs are different. Yeah. Profanity is what I believe deep within me that we have to eliminate. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been real. I mean, you're one of the realest people I've ever spoken to. I mean, you don't mince words. Thank you so much for being very honest. And let me ask you this: Do you think with the following that you have, the huge following that you have, someday, just someday, you might mount the political platform and lead a political party? Why are you looking at Angel?
Because he asked me this question how many days ago? 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you guys are connected.
Oh, no. We only spoke this afternoon.
It was out of nowhere. He asked me that question. I'm like, I didn't really get the message. I'm like, so what do you mean? That you want me to go and do a show for police? He said, no, like really getting into it.
Wow.
See,
spirit is working now.
True.
We are connected. Yeah,
true.
Yeah. So, what's your response to that?
I don't think. I think the tag politician I don't like. I don't think I like it. But I think we all politicians at the end. But I understand where you're coming from. I was in full time going into it. No, but I would want to be a leader of something that, like a state of mind that I would like to push, but not necessarily. I don't think that's. I don't know. But for now, how I feel, I don't think that's my calling.
So if any political party approach you?
No, that's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Like, approaches have been there, like asking to like support a particular party, or I don't believe in that. And people tag you to be with this party and this other party. Actually, people think I'm getting paid to say certain things. I literally speak from how I feel. When I did inflation, when I did Doomsaw, naturally I care about people. I care that everybody survives, so it makes it a better place. Our communities are being torn apart because of money, so we are not having real love.
Yeah.
When you travel outside to, let me say the white man's land, they have. You can see the family have time. They go to picnics. They share love because there's no. People feel like they're not entitled to anything. All they're entitled to is love. Because the system works. So if you need a loan, there's a way that you need to go about it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to say, I'm not talking to my uncle because he wasn't able to give me a loan.
Yeah.
That is my problem. But if the system is right, it allows people to come together naturally. So that is why I vent, because I see people fight unnecessarily because of poverty. And we can't even have real love anymore. People can't visit their families because when you go and you don't drop some coins, the whole visit doesn't even make sense. You get it? But then I understand it because of the situations here in Africa. And it's all due to people that don't feel the needs of people. That feel like, let me lay down my life so that people can survive, for generations. So that is my political mind. It's not necessarily I know how to do socio-economical, I don't have any idea how those things work.
Yeah.
But naturally as an artist or looking from the outside, I feel everyone should be okay. At least, if not rich, everyone should be okay.
Everyone should be fine.
Yes.
This is a very sensitive one, but let me try. Once I attended one of your events, Rapaholic.
Yeah.
And at the background, you were flashing lights and on the LEDs. We're seeing all sort of signs and everything. And when we got out, one of my very good friends, I'll reserve his name, is like, I told you one time that this guy is Illuminati. So I asked him, why? He said, you see the thing where he come the LED top? You see the pyramids
Triangles.
crossing left, right, center. Then Google show me some pictures of the same. Sarkodie, are you playing with our minds? Really? Are you in bed with these people?
No, it's far from that. You know, I used to do that when I was a fan. You know, you go on YouTube and they're talking about this person. They can even narrate it to a point that you actually believe it. You know, so when they're doing it to me, it's not a problem. You know, I used to do that, so I'll not be a hypocrite when someone is doing it to me. You know, thinking that you're Illuminati, and that's just funny. It only got to me when my family started believing in it. You know, because people can really get, like, the way they will say it. You know, they can have a story. Like, I was even there. You know, Sarkodie, don't give me cry. He's laughing.
Seriously?
Sarkodie, me no cry. Guy be or no, yeah, or no ring be a share sometime. Be cry. No cry. No be shame. You know, so I would say my family believed it, but it got to them. You know, there was a point where I think one of my nieces, you know, she was in school and the friends were acting weird because they think your uncle is Illuminati and all that. You know, so when those things come, that's when I took it serious and I did the song Illuminati. But I'm far from that. You know, if I would have done that, I would have been way back. And if I'm doing it, that's what I said in the song. Me Illuminati, I say you're cheap Illuminati. Illuminati does all call all out. You know, if you're going, you have to go all out.
Going all out.
But I'm far for that. I think it's the perception that you have in your mind when you're watching me. So you're being detailed about almost everything. So even if I do a hand sign that seems a certain way, you just relate, you know, that to something that has nothing to do with it. But that is far from me.
Okay. All right. So we have some few minutes for him to leave here, and we're going to activate the phone lines right about now. So get close to your phones. And just before we go in there, your collaboration with Yao Sapong, we've heard hints that you are doing something with Yao Sapong. Christian community are so excited. It's been long. It's been a long time, Sarkodie, for you to bond with the gospel musicians, where Christ has taken you. They want to tag along, so you carry us all along, and together Ghana becomes a home to come and visit. So with your Yao Sapong, when is it coming out?
So actually you have put the information out. It wasn't out. But yeah, it's a good show to break the news. Shouts to my dad, Mr. Yao Sapong. He came to the house. He brought this song that, so incredible. And I did my best. So it's really up to him. He's very particular about sound, you know, so he's trying to find the best sound for it. You know, I don't know, I think he's working on it, trying to get people to like master it. So when he's done, then we're good to go. But it's a very good song, you know. You know him, his point of view when it comes to gospel. And I could relate so much. He's just talking about we humbling ourselves as humans since we don't know tomorrow. The same people that you are trying to like act over, they might be the one to pick up your cup. So you have to really find a way to, if you have that understanding, it really humbles you. You know, actually, let me chip this in as the scariest part is not knowing tomorrow. You know, that is why it should affect your daily activities. You know, how you treat people. Perception is different, but what you're really doing as a person, how you treat people around you, you know, how you see yourself. You know, fame coming in, I will not lie, I was vulnerable, I was young. When it comes in, sometimes you feel some things are normal. You know, when I go to the barber shop, I have to skip the line. When I come to the bank, to the Sarkodie, I don't stay in
the queues.
Those things comes with blessings. It's okay, but you know that is not real. That is not what it's supposed to be. So you don't let that get to you. You don't get lost in it, because tomorrow, about you know what's wrong now to me, man, and so kase, see in a won't need any control. So you have to condition yourself for, you know, what is about to happen in the future, and that's the storyline to Mr. Yao Sapong's song, and the lyrics in it. I can't wait for you guys to listen to it.
Wow! And we broke it here on the TIJ show. Sak, why do people have the feeling as though it's difficult to reach you, to connect with you? That's the impression people have out there. Why do people think so? Because for me, it was just the experience was just straight. In fact, you connected me directly. You were here, and it was direct. So, why do people feel that's alienation?
I really don't know, but I think maybe because I am not too out there, and exactly like the way we met, I would never say no to that. You know, maybe that doesn't happen regularly. That's why. Yeah, but I don't think it's that hard to get me to do anything. Yeah. If I feel like it's worth it, I would do it. And this is a must. You know, I was actually privileged that you asked that I be on.
Really?
Yes.
we are rather privileged.
Thank you.
So thank you for being on the show. And let me read these few ones on Facebook Live. Guys on Facebook, so many. So I'm just going to select a few. His time is up, and so I'll just select a few, and then I'll ask him. First of all, it's where are you, David? Okay, David. Daniel say happy New Year to Sarkodie and best wishes from me. Kojo Black Raymond says highest. Yeah, so many comments. Okay, let me just summarize them. How did you meet your wife? Break that secret to us here. How did you meet that beautiful lady?
We were like old school, the old school story. You know, area girl, area boy. Like two houses for me, for my mom. That's where she lived. You know, so we started from then. It didn't work out in the beginning. You know, I tried, it didn't. I think she had somebody else. I had to be on standby for a while. You know, so she went back to Germany, where she lived most of her life. So when she came back was when, you know, the magic happened, and then the rest is history. But that was my first crush in life. So as a kid, and the reason why I knew it was real because it was nothing physical. I just didn't know why I liked the person, and I was a kid, so I didn't understand it. But I liked her, and yeah, I attracted that I wanted to have her. I imagined growing with her, and that happened. That going back to what I attract, you know, from God, I just say this is what I want.
This is what you want.
I want to be.
So it was direct. You actually told God that this is what I want.
I don't pray like I'm praying to God, but I think about it. I imagine it.
Yeah.
You know, and then directly that came. I imagine having a daughter as well.
You imagine having a daughter?
Yes. Almost everything that's happening to me, like
you spoke it into your life, and it came to being.
Yes.
Do you think you will one day hold the Bible and begin to preach?
I won't say no to that, but it's possible. It's possible. It might happen. That can happen too.
If you were to be one of them, would you be a preacher, a prophet, or a teacher?
Which one goes a lot more with motivating?
That's a teacher, right?
The preacher.
That's a preacher.
The preacher.
Right?
Yes.
So you would love to be a preacher?
Yes.
Someday.
And my church will be very, very positive.
How do you mean when you say your church? No, explain that.
You know, because I think when you go to, like the song you're playing, the beat you're playing.
Yeah, this one.
That's one of my songs that I really like, and everything I believe in is when you listen to the rap, it's my state of mind. So I think going to church, you know, to me, if a pastor makes you feel like there is more to you, I feel bad, you know, because it's relative, right? Success. What is success? Success to you is having 16 houses and, you know, running 75 businesses without sleep and trying to maintain thousands of workers and having panic attacks at night. To you, is that what success is to you? It is for somebody. Somebody also just want to have a good family, have decent income, enjoy life, just be happy and be appreciative of what they have. You know, so when they make the level of success, they have this image that they put out there that frustrates the congregation.
Okay.
You know, so when they say you'll be okay, you move from this situation. What situation am I in? Like I've not complained about it. I know that it can be. I will do well, you know, but I'm not in a bad situation. If you go to the hospitals, you get to understand how grateful you should be, you know, as a person. You know, some people need to just pee so they can be free, and they can't do it. You know, and
Sometimes
you are here.
just water.
Exactly, just drink water so you can be okay. They can't do it, and you are at home, and you have kids, and you're saying because of your kids you are crying. You get it? That's my state. That's how I think. So if I'm going to preach, it has to be appreciating, so a lot more can happen. You know, because I appreciate. That's why I keep going forward. Because I appreciate what he's doing. So he's like, I'm about to blow your mind. If this is what you think I've done enough, check what I'm going to do in 2019. You know, so people can be stuck in the dark for a very long time just because they don't appreciate. And I think the pastors, the preachers should do more. I know when you give this state of mind like you're going to be okay. I don't know, it does something to the congregation, but it would be better to make them feel like they're actually okay. You know, it's fine. Like, be happy and open the doors. Because, my brother, I know you can relate. The more you have good energy, it attracts a lot of good things into your life.
Comes to
exactly.
you. Yeah.
So I would want my congregation to never ever question, the man up there and be doubtful, because the situation is someone's dream, so try to really appreciate.
This is beautiful. I would like to attend your church anyway. And this is from on Twitter, Sally_Ann, and she says, very lively. Bro, can we tell King Sack to keep the peace and fire burning? And there's a lady that sent Mimi Success. Says your greatest fan.
Yes, I know Mimi.
I should say hi to
yes.
you. Okay, and someone tweeted this. Please help me ask Sarkodie. In his homicide track, he said, "You're selling your soul, but wait till you gain now. The devil want to drive me insane, but one day the sunshine will come over the rain." Was it Shatawale he was referring to? I don't.
No. Yeah, but I get the lyrics.
You get what he's trying to say?
A new song, talking about the devil, trying to because the business we're in is easy for that's a playground for him.
Okay.
He always tries certain things to make you be.
He knows the gimmicks. No, he was a chief chorister. So
exactly.
He knows the gimmicks.
Exactly. So, but then I was just challenging him that it's not going to work, and even if there's a downtime, there's going to be
a brighter day.
A brighter day.
Okay. Someone says, please ask Zach that did he put just the statement of him having a call with the devil and he's trying to put him on tele, but he needs his soul, so should tell him anything he's ready, just rap, or he's telling us a real thing?
It's the same song that he's talking about. So
it's the same song.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, the devil will say, "This is what I can give you. You can have all these things." Like what I was
he
saying
showed Jesus when after 40 days of
exactly.
fasting, he said,
So
"I'll give you all these things if you bow down to me."
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then I'm saying no on the phone, but it's just figuratively. It's not like it happened. I don't know the devil's number.
Oh, okay. So people think that you actually had a conversation with the devil.
No, I'm just saying that it's thoughts. It keeps coming in mind. As I said, the story from the beginning. Go here, meet this person. When they do this, you blow up. But then I'll say no to it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Frankie Five.
Yes. Yes.
I've been around. I've been observing.
Okay.
I'm so glad to see Sarkodie today because you know why?
Tell me
the first day we met, that was 10 years ago. I was then an entertainment reporter. He was also coming up, and we met on Kasahari on several occasions. And by God's grace, he's Ken Sack, which I really admire. And I like the fact that he always wants to drive the young ones around. With the song that he just did, Bibiba, I listened to it. I was like, wow, these are guys that people wouldn't give them that attention. But he, at his pedigree, he decided to rope them in, give them some hope, let them know that you can also do it. And I think that it was a good project. If all musicians were to do that, I'm telling you, there are so many talents out there that we can export. I remember when P Square went to UK and was granting an interview about why some Ghanaian artists went to Nigeria and they were embarrassed, quote unquote. He said that, did you go with Sarkodie? They said no. He said yes, Sarkodie is the magic in Nigeria. And I'm so proud because some of us, it serves as an inspiration to us, and you realize that you can get there. I remember some time back, I used to pick a car and go and see some big names because I want to find out, okay, how old are they? How their stature, so that if they are not far away from you in terms of age, stature, and all these things, if you condition your mind, you can get there. And gradually, I remember DJ Awana, I picked the car to go and look at him in Kumasi. And now I'm working with him, and they just did the same thing. I'm working with him today. I met Sarkodie, and now Sarkodie is big, and I'm always very proud of him. But what I'll say is he should keep on giving the young ones more opportunity, because it comes with its own blessing. That so many people are not looking up to that angle. Because when you get to this point, you think about yourself. Yeah, you are the age, you are the big guy. With or without them, you can live your life, you can make it. But it also comes with some blessing that you may not think along, and that blessing is eternal. It's forever. Thank you very much, boss. But my manager, my wife, she says she's not leaving until she sees Sarkodie. So she's waiting.
She's waiting. Lay we are coming.
Yeah, we are coming.
Kensak, what motivates you to tweet people's new songs when they come out? Lately people have been saying that you guys don't support your people, you don't support your... But for you, consistently, I have noticed that anytime there's a new stuff coming up, you tweet about the song. Any stuff there's a new thing coming out, you talk about it. What motivates you? Is it the people that are pushing you to do it, or originally from deep down you want to help? What is it about?
Yeah, deep down I would want to help. I don't know why people can see the fun in people shining. Like, I don't know how maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm a weird person because I find fun in seeing people survive. Like if everyone is doing well, then it makes it even way easier. You know, and there's a lot of stars. Like the sky is there. The stars are
Too
lot.
many.
Too
Billions.
many. It doesn't mean anything. Everyone is shining. And literally everybody can shine, and it will still work. So that's where I come from. And I think I'll still go back to my mom. You know, that upbringing. I think what I learned as a kid is you can only have enviness or even bitterness towards somebody when they do something to you. Even that you are supposed to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
So how much more somebody who has done nothing to me, that don't know me from anywhere, and is just doing good. You know, so I think it doesn't take anything away from you to support people, and that is what I believe in. Yeah.
Okay, before you leave us, give us your top 3 gospel songs. We've heard of Yausapon, so Yausapon is out. I mean, that's your father. So you take your dad out. This is a gospel show.
Yes.
And we know you play in this space also.
Yeah.
Give us your top 3 gospel. The names of the song, you can just mention the names of the artists.
Yes.
Who will be your first? If I put on a top hierarchy, 1 to 3.
Artist.
Yes,
Not
artist.
the song.
If you remember the songs, I'll be so excited. Means that you have a connection with the song. Do you have any of them in mind? Do you remember any line? Not exactly the title, but the line.
OJ.
OJ.
Obinyawaye.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
OJ, yes.
Great composer.
Exactly.
OJ.
Esther Smith.
Esther Smith.
Yes, I think I like almost everything that she's put out. Yes. And it's a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot.
And then last time I heard you mention Joe Metal.
Yes. But I'm very old school.
Oh, you're very old school.
So
you tilt towards the olden.
Pastor Joe Beecham. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Bredash, prepare that song. We'll play it before he leaves. Yes, that's a very nice song and a very, very inspiring song. So you tend to tilt to these old people. Why?
I think it's you can feel the authenticity, of the composition. You can see it comes from the heart, and these things you can't create it again. They don't even know. It's, as artists, we have a time that God gives us the priceless songs.
Yeah.
And after some time, when you live too much, and then the fame comes in, it's, how do you use the word? If it dilutes, you as a person. So that first 2, 3 years, 4 years, some can have it to 5 years. You do your best music because those are times that you're not competing, you're not trying to beat charts, you're not trying to have the biggest song. You're just doing music that you feel from within. So normally underground artists can come up with the best song, and when they blow up, sometimes it's very hard to keep it because now the attention is on you.
Yes.
So you are being too careful. You're trying to make it hit. So these old songs are like priceless moments that the artists don't even need to drop anything else, till they die, because it's like priceless albums that they have. So that's why I like, the old artists.
Okay, all right. So he's mentioned his favorite songs. His time is almost up. We are wrapping up for this interview, and we together with Mark Okrekumante, we want to say a very big fat thank you.
Thank you
for the respect you give to this channel. Not just this show, but this channel hits 103.9 FM. We feel proud that you are connected to us.
Thank you.
All the programs from Nekukwe to Andy Dusty to Dr. Pounds to all the great guys playing the game here in Hit FM. They all say I should just be in their stead to say thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you.
And every time we call on you, you are ready to open your doors to us. We are grateful.
Thank you.
We are very grateful. It's a new year. Is there any message you want to share with Ghanaians before you take leave of us?
I think I've been saying that from Christmas, but I think it stays the same. I would want people to really patch up, relationships with, people, whether being family, friends, whoever it is. Don't hold that negative energy in you. It doesn't help you. As much as people can hurt you, I just tweeted something very funny, I think 2-3 days ago, and people were like, a bit sensitive. But what I meant was, I really don't believe in trust because I trust only God, but I love people. So it accommodates, the ups and downs of how human beings are. So you can give second chances to them. So let's try to repair relationships that we have and let's just have a positive energy, around us for the new year. And trust me, whatever you're thinking about is what's happening. So at this moment, if you're listening to me and you're thinking about something, check what you're thinking about, because it's actually coming.
Wow. It's actually coming.
Yes.
DKB says, Sarkodie telling the Tracy story on my brother Frankie 5 live show on Hit FM. Is it Boga no haba Mizio, small boys of today?
Oh, the DKB.
DKB, the comedian.
Okay.
Yeah. It's, you want quick relationship like Indomie. Boys have, they won't take them like quick like
True.
Indomie, but you took your time to groom it.
Yeah.
To get to where you are now.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarkodie.
Thank you too.
We are grateful.
God bless you.
And new artists like Chemfe, Ni Soul, who are actually doing that game, doing the secular music and now doing gospel, are ready and prepared to work with you.
Yes.
I mean, how should they connect?
Angel is right here, so
Are you ready to show them all?
yes. But definitely has to do with the music as well.
Music.
As much as
Music.
I would want to support, I need to really be in the music. Not because it's not nice, but I would know what I would sound good on. So
Okay.
if I hear it, I'll jump on it.
Okay. Thank you. Respect to
Thank you too.
And God richly bless you
Amen.
for
I
being
need
on the
that.
show.